This show has evolved. This show is an entirely new animal now than it was when I first started.
Yeah. Welcome to Shop Talk by Adams Polishes, our podcast. And today we are here at Barrett Jackson in Scottsdale, 2023. And what an experience this is, okay? It's the world's greatest collector car auction. And Adams Polishes has been involved for a few years, but Adam, you've been coming here for how many years?
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah.
And what, this is about the same as it's always been, right?
This show has evolved. This show is an entirely new animal now than it was when I first started.
Yeah.
There were a few hundred cars 22 years ago.
A few hundred.
Yeah, and now there's thousands of cars. This is an event above and beyond an auction.
A spectacle.
A spectacle.
The who's who of the car world comes here, right?
That's it. And it's not just like you can have fun at a car auction. You can buy a car at a car auction. What makes Barrett Jackson different is that when you buy, like, let's say I buy this turbo 3.6, which I would love to buy, by the way. You will probably see me bidding on it. However, what that car is, that is my turbo 3.6 that I picked up at Barrett Jackson.
Yes.
There's something added to the transaction. There's something added to the memory and something added to the car.
Well, and the experience of bidding on it, being a part of that.
Oh, it's a total buzz.
Yeah.
I'm a collector. I love old cars. I'm a huge fan. I've bought cars in every imaginable way. You know, I've bought them on online auctions. I bought them off Craigslist, every way.
Yeah.
However, what makes this event different than all of those, and also different than all the events that are out here, I went and previewed all the cars at all the other Scottsdale auctions yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
The energy level here is right here. It's buzzing.
Yes.
The energy level at the others is, very nice.
Yeah.
Very premium.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
Yeah. Under the radar, I feel like.
But it's not like this.
Yeah.
So what makes Barrett Jackson different is the people.
Yeah.
The crowd here. You come here to go people watching. You come here to enjoy all of the things plus the cars. The other thing is you're here having fun. You're having a drink. You're having a lot of drinks. Hopefully, Barrett would like to see that happen, I'm sure, because the more
Well, what is it?
Having fun.
If you're a bidder, what's the drink take? How many drinks you get?
You get a good handful of drinks every day as part of your bidder's pass. So that's really cool. But bottom line, what makes this an exciting auction is really all the background besides just the actual auction itself.
Yeah.
So
okay, so
this guy's wiping down these cars right here.
Yeah. Oh, look at the product.
Yeah.
You want us to do that for
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it for him. We're gonna do that for him. How has this evolved since you first started coming here, and what was it like that first year?
So the very first year, they were unloading cars in sort of a dirt parking lot. Okay, this was not nearly the giant event that it is today.
Was it here at Westworld? Was it here where we're essentially not standing here, but was it at this facility?
Not like this.
Okay.
It was a very different event. It was much, much smaller. They didn't have the huge tent yet. There was a much, much smaller event back then. And it was great. There was so much to be done. There's so much customers that needed help unloading their cars, into a dirt parking lot, a lot of them. And they were just absolutely, it was one of those things where they're looking around going, oh man, how am I going to unload this? How are we going to do this? And I'd be standing there going, hey, let me help you out. So I was in no way involved with Barrett Jackson back then. No way at all.
Like you were just here to be around cars.
I was just here because I love cars. And this was a new energy,
Yeah.
In 2001, my first year here, it was a very different show. Very, very different.
Wow.
So anyway, we had so much fun, and I made so many customers because we helped them. We kept helping customers. That was the huge thing, We really helped a lot of people, and that was really cool. So we made a lot of friends. We helped a lot of people. We'd stand in the staging lanes.
Oh yeah.
And just wipe all the cars down. This is before there was like a sponsored staging lane,
Oh yeah.
So it was nothing like that then.
Huh.
People just needed their cars wiped down, and they were really needing it because it's dusty out here. You're in the desert. It's really a dusty place, you know?
You have any cool stories from those early days?
Oh my gosh. I sure do. 2005. So my 4th year here. This car was rolling by me. It looked like a 1953 or 54 Corvette.
Okay.
But it was gold. And it said Oldsmobile on it, right?
What?
So, Oldsmobile, I'm like, how can it be here? How can it be an Oldsmobile? So I didn't get it. So it's time for this car to cross the block, right?
Yeah.
And now, now this car is about to go out, be driven out of the building, and it's going to be driven across the parking lot in the pouring rain.
Oh my God, it was raining.
I'm standing by the exit, Joe. I'm standing by the exit. This car could be my car, Joe. I would love it, but it might go for way too much dough.
So sexy.
I think they call this amethyst. It's the color, which is crazy.
Okay.
So there's three guys holding a tarp over the car, right?
It's like not touching the car.
Exactly. As they're driving by me, the 4th corner starts to fall onto the car.
Oh.
And I'm standing there.
You're like standing like this with like.
Oh, yeah. I was standing there. I was having a drink, and I'm looking at this car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing has some towel scratches. Someone used a crappy towel on this this side of the hood here.
We're gonna talk about this later, but we should get the detailing team.
We should get them on this. This car deserves it. This car is fabulous.
Well, it's gonna go to your house anyways. Maybe you want
all this weight.
Maybe, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a couple swirl marks might help me buy it. Might be better for me. No, we can't be thinking like that. They can't be thinking like that. So I grab the 4th corner before it touches the ground. I grab it and I'm like, whoa. And as we're going out the door, I grab this back left driver's corner. Boom, one guy holding a piece of plastic. It was the pieces of plastic they put under the cars to keep the oil basically that leaks from leaking onto this fake carpet.
Yeah.
So I grab it and boom, we go out the door and it's pouring. So these guys are all like this and we're running alongside the car. We all put our heads underneath it. And then we're going and this guy named Will Rayner, who was the car handler for Gordon Apker. Okay. Gordon Apker was the founder of Shakey's Pizza.
Shakey's Pizza.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What?
Round Table, Shakey's. I believe it was Shakey's.
Oh man, Round Table.
Anyway, so he had this amazing car, and he was going to sell it. His crew had prepared it. I was underneath the plastic. We're all pretty much running along this car. And by the time we pull it in the staging lanes, the car is all wet, the cockpit's dry. These guys look at me and they're like, thank you for getting that 4th corner. They open the trunk and they have like a dirty, nasty old oil, like a terry cloth towel that had been used for checking oil for years.
No way.
And they were getting ready to start drying and I go, whoa, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Went and ran and grabbed some of my towels.
Oh, okay. In the pouring rain.
Yeah, in the pouring rain, I jumped in the golf cart and borrowed my buddy's golf cart. And boy, was there a lot of water on that car, right?
Yeah.
So went and got some dry towels, dried the whole thing, made it perfect. By the time we got up on the stage, we're still drying the car. We're still wiping this car down. I'm up on the stage, and the car goes from 200,000, 300, 500, a million, 2 million. 3 million.
What?
And I'm on the stage.
And this is in 05.
05. And the guy, the high bidder, jumps in the car, slams the door closed. So I'm standing right there next to this car. And I'm like, dude, I have full chills up my spine going, no way. The only car that I happen to be standing next to is just driving out of the building. Happens to be by a long shot the high sell of the whole show.
Crazy.
How high you gonna go then? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a priceless car. It's one of one ever made. I agree entirely.
So this was an Olds F88 concept car. They never made the car. Somebody saved it from getting crushed at General Motors. And dude, it's the craziest thing. And I was up on, in that energy, talking about getting hooked, I was hooked.
Yeah.
That was excitement, like major excitement.
That's crazy.
And I was just happened to be there for that. But that's stuff like that. That's what Barrett Jackson is about. It's the excitement. Do they have the best cars in the world? They have some of the best cars in the world here.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
But is the excitement and the energy surrounding the purchases and sales of cars really high? That's the thing that I think would be hard to beat.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, it's
Like I said,
experience. Total experience.
Totally.
And it's not, I mean, the experience is
So does Ferrari.
not only for bidders, sellers,
Yeah.
like the spectators
Oh.
as well. And
Dude, look at everyone you see here.
yeah, I know.
How many
it's
people have
crazy.
bidders badges?
It's so crazy.
Hardly anybody you see has a bidders badge.
They're
Look
just
at that.
here to look at the cars.
Yep, there's one guy with a bidders badge.
Yeah.
Look at this is just people coming to see
Soon to be two.
the spectacle. Mine's over there.
Yeah, you'll
You know?
never forget a car you bought at
No,
Barrett
yeah,
Jackson.
you'll always remember it. Oh, that car. Oh, I got that car. I was at Barrett Jackson. You were hanging out with your friends or your wife or your girlfriend or your buddy or your
Yeah.
husband or whatever, and you're buying cars, and it's so much fun, you know?
Well, and this is like a destination event. Like people
Yeah.
travel every year to this.
Oh, like me
Yeah.
for 20-something years, you know? I'm barely old enough to be anywhere for 20-something years, Joe.
I know. it's
Barely.
crazy.
Barely. Yeah.
So over the years, you know, do you think those experiences like you had with that Olds,
Yep.
you know, do you think that's what's helped growing? I mean, it's such a spectacle now. I mean, those are those experiences you see on TV, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta be at that place.
You gotta be there. Yeah.
So it's evolved into this now.
That's the other thing. The televised part of this adds a ton of
Oh,
value.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, the televised part of it adds so much value. There's so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know, you're so excited. This is a great car, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Manual car, under 9,000 miles.
Rod Stewart's.
Was it really?
Yeah, look, there's Rod Stewart right
The
there.
Barchetta. This is an amazing car. Yeah, that's cool. Well,
So it's evolved into this, but also your and Adams Polish's relationship has evolved as well.
so I started off as a very unofficial person here.
Yeah.
We were very unofficial. In fact, Tommy's Trailers used to be a vendor here.
Okay.
And they used to be down, there's a ramp that goes down to the bottom layer,
Yeah.
bottom level.
That's where they hold the Good Guys show too down there.
They held
right?
the good guy show
Yeah.
down there. Right along next to that ramp, there's a big dirt area. And they couldn't do anything with it because it was all rocky and dirty.
Yeah.
So Tommy's Trailers, Tommy from Ada, Oklahoma, and his son Rusty,
Okay.
and Pat, the wife and mom of Rusty. Anyway, they would come out here every year with a stack of aluminum trailers. And he saw me one day. I was out hustling. out in front of the people were unloading all the cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you need some help wiping your cars down? And he was waiting there. He was waiting because he had a stack of trailers. And a guy was coming over with a forklift to unload his trailers. He was
Okay.
waiting. He was just sitting there waiting. He's a good old country boy, Tommy. Tommy Hudson from Tommy's Trailers is just pure dude. Very good guy. Anyway, he's waiting. He's just watching me, right? He's just sitting on sitting on a trailer, just watching me like this, just staring at me. And I'm over there running around to every single person unloading the car, helping them wipe it off because they're
Yeah.
unloading them in a dirt parking lot. So they're
Okay,
getting dirty.
yeah, yeah.
If they were perfect, they were getting dirty when they came off the trailer.
He's just observing Adam.
Yeah.
Adam Patali
Yep,
helping.
he did. Anyway, he just sat there, didn't say a word to me for a while. Finally, all the cars were unloaded and he got unloaded.
Yeah.
And I came over to him and he was like, had some dust on the things. And I'm like, hey, there's like an aluminum fender on top of the thing. And I just kind of go like this and gave it a little spray with a little detail spray and just gave it a little spray, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes, I've been watching you. I go, well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've been watching you, and why don't you come on in here and set up with me and try to sell some of that there product,
Oh, really?
full Oklahoma accent. Why don't you go on in here and set up with me and just kind of sell some of that product? And I'm like,
In his booth space.
in his booth, out of one of
Wow.
his trailers. I'm like, perfect.
Jeez.
Boom. I go in with him. I'm again really just helping people. This is before they sold the rights to the wipe down area to anybody.
Oh yeah.
This is just no one was doing it.
Yeah.
So I would go around and just help customers like crazy. Not customers, random people. They weren't even customers yet.
Yeah.
No one knew. There was hardly any Adams Polishes customers.
Yeah. Was
That
this when you had the old car on the logo?
Oh, yeah.
Model?
Yeah. 2003 was
Okay,
that
okay.
year. Because I know this because right after that show was over, I immediately ordered a trailer from him.
Oh, really?
Which was titled the 2004 Tommy's trailer.
Crazy.
So yeah, so I know that was the year. Anyway,
That's
it
cool.
was a red trailer, and I have some old pictures of it somewhere. It had concession doors. He let me come in there, and I would sit there and sell with him, go out, sell, people buy a little bit, but mostly it was giving stuff away, giving away samples, helping people wipe the cars down.
Yeah.
It was a pretty awesome experience. So what ends up happening with Tommy? The next year he brought me a trailer
Okay.
and delivered it there.
Oh, okay.
You know, only I went to Oklahoma and drove it here
Oh, really?
because I couldn't stack anything on it because it was an enclosed trailer.
Oh, I see.
So I brought it here and I put it in his booth, my big red trailer,
Oh,
and
wow.
that was the Adams Polishes trailer.
Really?
So that was just, so I was kind of a little bit sleazy. I didn't pay fees, but I was also not really selling too much.
Yeah.
But I was doing a lot of service for the auction.
I see.
Helping everyone detail their cars, wiping
Okay.
them down. So anyway, make a long story longer. What a wonderful guy. One more little cool story on how it all became. But I became more and more and more legitimized eventually. And
With like brand and
yeah,
trailer setup, and then
Yep.
you have like a booth and all this stuff.
yeah, eventually. But now we became the licensed car care products for Corvette
Oh, yeah.
in 2008.
Okay.
That relationship with Corvette helped us get in the building officially. So we
I
started
see.
having our products in the General Motors booth. GM being such a big sponsor, they can do whatever they want. No
Yeah.
one questioned them.
Yeah.
Let's go to this other
Yeah.
car over here. Anyway, so it was one of those things where that car, that relationship was so huge,
Yeah.
It was such a huge relationship, and it ended up being just being one that helped us get more legitimate, and then eventually we became more legitimized, paying a booth fee,
Yeah.
and then the biggest deal was when Sydney Weaver, who runs this whole event for us, Sydney and Randy Weaver, they have Weaver's Custom, so they build custom cars.
Oh,
and then she
amazing cars
runs,
too, by the way.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So she ended up becoming part of our team, and she was the one who started helping us work the angle, got us in the door a little bit, and then boom, the on-site detailer Perry, such a great guy, long time friend.
Yeah.
He ended up being like, he had like 3 or 4 guys, sometimes 5 guys, but not enough guys as a show crew to do all the detailing.
Okay.
So we would send him the product, give him
Yeah.
all the product he could use.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd send him a pallet.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, well, we can't quite do all the detailing, so maybe you want to help us out a little bit. We'll do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being, okay, Barry, should we just take this over?
Yeah.
And I believe that we made it a good handoff from Perry. Perry's still a dear friend today.
Yeah.
And so it was a cool deal. And so
And just
it's
to be clear,
legitimized.
Just to be clear, when we're talking about not wipe downs, but the detailing is like we're totally behind the scenes.
Totally behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this
totally
is like
behind the scenes.
the Adams Polishes involvement with
That's
Barrett
perfect.
Jackson
Yeah.
as the official detailer starts well before this
Oh.
this is like
Oh, yeah.
going on, right?
Oh yeah. So, yeah, totally before. So that's the fact. This is way before. But we ended up getting Mothers was the on-site detailer for years,
Yeah.
but they had a hard time staffing it. This is a really hard show to staff.
Yeah.
The way that they did it was really hard. And Mothers, they're a totally super legitimate competitor of ours.
Yeah.
We like those guys. We've always had a pretty good working
Well, you used to go to their place when you were.
Oh,
when
I
you
used
were-
their products
Yeah.
when I first started. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, a lot of respect there.
Oh, tons of respect from others. So anyway, so we ended up doing all kinds of cool stuff as we were waiting to sort of try to see if that official detailer deal would make any sense, right? If would it go? Would it work?
Yeah.
And eventually, Mothers decided that it wasn't going to be an easy model for them to maintain. So they went ahead and they gave up that sponsorship level, just that official detailer part,
Yep.
and we picked it up, and that was how that all transpired. So it was a very good handoff. I feel like it was a friendly handoff.
Yeah.
You know, we did good things for with the customers here, and then we grew it and made it so it's easier for your car to be perfect as it's in display, and then easy also for it to be crossing the block. Barrett Jackson has been an incredible partner for us. It's been a very good way for us to be here. You know, we're set up selling products as well as
Detailing.
doing detailing. So that combination is pretty cool, that we have the ability to both help customers understand products and also get their cars done while they're here.
Yeah.
A lot of cars get transported here. They're not exactly perfect when they get here.
Yeah, it's not like the owners are here going like, detail my car. It's
a lot of people send their cars in and don't even show up, you know?
Yeah.
They know the deal. So for me, this was really, I was in such a building mode when I was here.
Yeah.
Really desperately, seriously, intentionally trying to get new customers. And the way I could always try to get new customers, my goal was by helping them.
Yeah.
You know, you provide a service and you end up you get the customers, you know, you really end up, you're like, wow, you helped me clean my whole car, and then you helped me wipe it down again across the block.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of cool things that we did for customers that made them think about it.
Yeah.
This place reminds me of how exciting it is to build a business from scratch.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
I built this business from nothing. There was no like a family business. There was nothing else. I just built it out of nothing. So there was a lot of work to get that momentum. So when I'm here, I always think of how much we really gained a lot of visibility here.
Yeah.
And we really gained a lot of momentum by being here, by being at this show, because it's so many people here in this place. So it's been a pretty strong relationship for a lot of years.
A lot of gratitude.
Yeah, and then the people that we have, our staff, my friends. You know, I've got friends, you know, Mike Matsuda, my buddy Bert.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We've been coming out here since the very beginning, you know, 22 years or 21 years of them. It's like, wow, there's so many years. So it's one of those things, like when you have great relationships and friendships and things work out, you get like 10, 20 plus years of continual, you know, if it's broken, you know, if it's not a win-win, it's not going to continue. But I feel like we built a win-win.
Yeah.
We built a win-win with Barrett Jackson because Barrett wants these cars to be looking great as they go across the block.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times a car will come out of a guy's collection or a girl's collection and it hasn't been loved on for a long time. That's when they decide to sell it, and it shows up kind of scruffy.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to make it look fantastic, you know? So Sydney will get it, you know, we'll get it estimated. We'll take a look at it. What's the car need? It needs a major paint correction. Okay, great, let's do it.
Well, and it's not like our team is trying to take advantage either to, you know, it's not like that needs a show detail. It's listen, if it doesn't need it, we just want to help you. Just kind of like how you were doing in the beginning. It's like, how can we help you with your car?
That's it. You know? And we don't charge stupid prices. It's not stupid. I mean, we're the on-site detailer. You know, you go to a basketball game or a baseball game and you buy a hot dog and it's $14.
Yeah.
That's psycho, right? That's a little bit of a bummer. We could definitely probably charge way more money for the services here. Yeah. But we don't. We keep it normal, you know, and we keep it reasonable.
And we do. We have a package that's a daily wipe down twice a day, and it's like $250 for the week. Yeah. It's like almost like $25 a day almost. It's like
not a big deal.
No.
Not a big deal. No. So we're now providing a really good service, a needed service to a lot of people. Yeah. People aren't all wiping, you know, there's that one guy wiping down his Porsches in here, you know? Yeah. And we're in here wiping down all the cars as part of our deal with Barrett. Yeah. It makes sense. We try to always make it a win-win. The customers win. You know, the hammer price of the car goes up because the car looks fantastic. You know, it works out. So it's a nice win for everyone.
Well, a lot of the buying experience, you could probably confirm this or not, but a lot of the buying experience happens here, not up there. Like you've already kind of made your decision up there, right? Like, so if you see it looking better, you're like, I don't know, that looks so perfect.
You're gonna raise that bidder card higher. You know, like I'm looking at, there's a couple cars that I might be bidding on here. You know, there's a couple of, you know, I like old Porsches, and you know, it's my thing. You know, you know, I like that, old Broncos and Shelbys. You know, I'm into that. Yeah. But you know, I don't have a 3.6 1994 turbo Porsche. You know, 911. I don't have one. I'd like one. You know, the 964 turbo is amazing. and the 3.6 was the last one. It was pretty great. People are going to make their decisions on how high they're going to raise that paddle, how much they're going to bid.
Yeah.
Before that car gets up on the block,
Yeah.
you know. Otherwise, they just do the right side of the car because they come up this way and just wipe the right side of the car down, and that's all you'd need, you know, and that'd be that. So anyway, so yeah, it's a great relationship. It's a lot of excitement. There's such a buzz here.
Yeah.
You know, like I bought a massage chair here years ago.
Yeah.
And so did my buddy Mike Matsuda. Remember that massage chair I got at Barrett Jackson? It's not just a massage chair, it's the massage chair I got at Barrett Jackson.
Yes.
And there's all of the memories that come along with it.
You get to see so many different kinds of cars and different kinds of paint and how the products react to those. And it's been a great thing for us, even just like with research.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times
it's like a lab, this giant lab. We're finding out, you know, what products work the quickest, the best, create the best finish.
And also the network of amazing detailers we have with us are all giving us input in their own way. What's your favorite aspect about this event in general? Because I know for me, it's the staging lanes.
Yeah, staging lanes.
I like being in the staging lanes, seeing the conversations between buyers and sellers, hearing the cars.
Yeah.
It's just oh man.
So my favorite is hanging out and somebody coming up to me going, "Hey, Adam, you probably don't remember me, but my name's Jim, and my car was in the staging lanes and it wouldn't start. And then we finally got it started. It blew a big giant puff of black smoke on the inside of the silver hood, and I couldn't get the carbon off of there. And it's in the staging lanes, getting ready to go across.
Yep.
The thing. You saved my bacon. You totally helped me out. I've been a customer ever since." Or, you know, hanging out the booth and people come up to me, "Hey, Adam, I just want you to know I'm really, you know, I dig what you're doing. I you know, sort of that attaboy feeling of, hey, there's a lot of really legitimate, real deal car guys here, and we've been able to help them a little bit."
What a unique
And they come by and just say, "Thumbs up, man." It's that feels very humbling and feels very good.
That's like a testament to you and you give out a lot. You're very generous with not only your time, your products, but just, you know, that's a testament to you. And I think that, you know, that part of Adam Patali, I think holds our brand very high. And it's infectious to people like me and other employees to follow suit and do the right thing. That's just, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Joe. It's an important part of our DNA.
Yes.
You know, you got to be generous, and I think generosity has always been a big part. You know, handing out product, handing out labor, helping people, do the detailing, help them, give them stuff.
Yeah.
You know, here you go. I know exactly what you need for that.
Yeah.
Here, try this.
Yeah.
What do you mean, just try it? I'm like, yeah, try it, and you're gonna need this towel too.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
And they go try it, and chances are, it's gonna probably work out pretty good. You know, people come back and they're like, their minds are blown. That we just say, hey, try this. But
and like you also, we don't care if you buy it from us or not. And probably if they do, we also don't care where it comes from. You could either come back and get something from us at the show, or it's online. But it's not about that.
No.
It's about. I know for me, it's about like the feeling people get once their car is done. You know, that like when you see the smile and you see like.
Yeah, that's super satisfied.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
Look, here we are, Joe. How cool is this?
This is awesome.
You and I have been hanging out forever. You know, so years and years and years. We're hanging out with, you know, these super legitimate, you know, people here that put on this massive auction here at Barrett Jackson.
And boy, does Barrett Jackson, their employees are amazing. They work so hard and they're just so nice. But
it's a good deal.
This is great. Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Shop Talk with Adam's Polishes. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. But listen, we'll see you next time. And thank you for watching.
Right on, Joe.